All right. Hello, everybody. Again, please accept my humble apologies for the late arrival. I have no excuses. I have no excuses. I want to open up this real quick. Is muted. Let's go ahead and get this in here. And I am going to post everybody's chats because you guys were amazing. I mean, when I opened it up, I was all worried. Oh, that's not it. Okay. It's trying to put everything that I just had in there. That's not what we're doing. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Let's try it one more time. I'm not sure why this did that, but okay. It's very weird. For some reason, it is not letting me do this. I don't know why. Okay. I was going to, there we go. No, it's giving me, for some reason, the URL. There we go. I'm not sure. There we go. Copy. That was kind of weird. I was trying to, because when I was making the show, I always do the list of stuff, and paste it. So, all right, that's StreamYard. Now, let's scroll all the way back up to the top. You guys were awesome, man. Like, I came on. I was all worried no one's going to be here because, it's not my normal time. And we got Will up in here doing his thing. We got Joe Dredd. Joseph, thank you so much, man. Becca, I know you're not here, but when you come back, if you listen to this, thank you every time. You're very special. Thank you so much. Okay, please be safe, do good things, and I miss you too. She's the one that's from that group. You guys got to go check it out. It's the Fallout group where we just listen to Fallout Radio from 3, 4, and Vegas. So it's really good. I think it's like an hour and 40 minutes loop of just all the music from Fallout. It's really cool. Thank you. Of course, smash that like button. Yes. And subscribe. Tolfer, dude. I was so surprised to see you, man. Dude, I always love it when you're here, man. Shadow, always welcome, brother. Hell to you too, man. Tolfer, creator, of course. With Jonesy. That one is tough. Let me see here. Do you know it's late for me? So, no. Yeah. Dude, she's on a totally different time scale. I don't know if she's told you guys where she's from, but next time she's on, ask her where she's from. You'll get it. It's cool, man. I think she's the only person that listens to me from there. Because, a majority of my audience is female. I didn't know that until I go look at the analytics. But, yeah. So, and they're from all over the world, which is really weird. Because normally, YouTube is supposed to be 70% male. But, hello, TJ. I don't know if you're still here, but I hope you are. Okay. Who's got him in the basement? Shadow. Let's see here. Anybody here? I'm here. Tolfer, I'm here. I'm still here, but gotta head out 4 o'clock. Shadow Sin. Yep. Hi, TJ. Rex, I should have known. The basement. Nope. Not in the basement, guys. Let's see here. Quentin's here. Okay, so they were already here before Quentin even got here. I messaged Quentin on WhatsApp, and I told him to come in here and talk to you guys. I have to head out. Sorry, but it's all good, dude. Don't worry about it, man. You're gravy, baby. All right. Joseph, please everyone check out Doc Black's. Yeah, dude. Promote your channels here, of course. That's right. Shoot. Bye, Joseph. TJ, goodbye. See you, Dread. Hell yeah. Man, I missed all my buds. Tug made a mega news about Mega Case. Has he ever been this late? Nope, never been this late. Nope, never. My other channel. Yep. Driving possibly. Swearing at idiots on the road. I got to check that out. I bet it's funny. Yeah, we talked about her being a driver too. That's pretty cool. Hello, creators outage. Okay, I'm out. Take care. Oh, man. Damn it. Something to check out. Who else still here? I know we got 2 people here. Throw your messages there and I'll come in. Hey, just got a word from Vincent. He's having dinner, but he'll be there in a jiff. Stay tuned. Sup, Tolfer? Is he on a date or something? He said he's at home. Yeah, is on a date for something. He said he's at home. The storm wasn't that bad. He's going to be ready, and then he'll be live ASAP. I'm here. Yeah, that's me coming in. Yeah, okay. So, and I'll tell you guys what happened. All right. It's about 11. Blame Mother Nature. Mother Nature has been. Tut. I'm here on time for once, and you don't tardy me. And you don't tardy Mr. Vincent, but oh man, it's good stuff. Go to your room. Okay, all right. So we went to the range, and the range was cool, but it's way out there. We were looking for a long distance range, and we found out we're going to have to go through these classes where it's going to cost a lot of money for us to get through the classes, and they're going to basically teach us how to do long distance ranging, which I want to do anyways. But it's the closest one to me. It's about an hour away. And TJ, what's up, TJ?
Oh, so it's Mother Nature's fault that you went to a range, is it?
Technically no, but it is Mother Nature's fault that we were late.
No, it's Mother Nature's fault that you spent 6 hours in a range.
No, that's not Mother Nature's fault. We spent 6 hours at a range because it took twice as long to get there than what we thought. Yeah, I know. I'm such a horrible human being. But look at the bright side. I got to shoot a lot of weapons.
And that's the bright side?
Oh, it's always a bright side when I get to shoot weapons, yes.
No. The bright side is I got here on time.
Mm-hmm. Which is blessing me and everyone else with your presence, of course.
And where were you?
I was having fun.
Playing.
I was doing man stuff.
Playing.
Man stuff.
Playing.
Answer me, woman. How are you? How are you doing? I miss you.
I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah. How is everything? How's the world?
Well, if you check out my other channel.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm going to check it out as soon as I'm done. You got any videos loaded up that I can watch?
Yeah, they're all there.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to go check them out. Yeah, definitely.
Some of them are boring because nothing happens. I am singing, so put your headphones on or not.
All right. Fair.
I'm not a singer, and it does say in the description, we all do it. We all sing in the car, and I'm no exception.
Yeah. In the shower. We sing in the car and in the shower.
Right. Yes. I don't do it well. I don't think I do it well, but I've had people say that was good. Whether they're saying it was good tragically or good. I don't care. I am enjoying myself while I'm doing it.
Hey, as long as you're having fun, right? It doesn't matter. Besides, you're in your car. You can do whatever you want.
The thing is, there's these things. Now, people say I suffer with road rage.
Okay.
I would
say a lot of people do, but yeah, okay.
I don't suffer with road rage. A, I don't suffer with it, and B, it's not road rage. It's idiot rage.
Okay. Do you cut people off?
No.
All right. Do you honk your horn at people excessively?
My last short, I honked because we give way to the right on roundabouts here.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
And somebody didn't.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I honk my horn a lot. People, when they get in the truck with me, they're mad at me because I honk my horn. And I'm like, they're sitting at a green light for 7 seconds. It only lasts for 15. You know, I'm like, we're supposed to use the horn in situations like that for warnings and to remind people to get off of their cell phone. Yeah.
Is that in your instructions or is just warning?
You know, I don't know. I've never been the road rage. And what's up, Quentin? How you doing, brother? Thanks for shooting that message, man. I saw all the messages from you guys. It was awesome. I'm sorry we don't have everybody here right now, but no, like, you know what? I took driving very seriously. In America, I don't know how it is in Britain, but in America, we have to pay for our own driver's ed. We have to go take a 2-week course. Then we have a driver's class. And I took it very seriously. You know, it's a 2,000-pound weapon is basically what it is. And that's how I see it when I drive.
After 2 weeks, you get a license.
No. After 2 weeks, you have to take a class, or a test. And if you don't pass the test, you can't take the driving test. If you don't pass the driving test, you don't get a license.
Right.
And it's and I mean, if you don't pay attention, you know, it's a 50 question test, and it's kind of like a rite of passage. Like when you're 16, you can get a driver's license, but most parents that are responsible make their kids pay for it. So, you know, you can get a job when you're 16. So most of your parents are like, okay, as soon as you can afford to pay for your own driver's ed, you can go through driving school, you know, something like that. And they work out a deal with the car because your first car is a POS. You give a kid a Lexus or a Mustang for their first vehicle, one, they're probably going to wrap it around a tree. And two, they're never going to respect the fact that they've never had a crappy car. Everybody's first car should be crappy. You know, something they got to work on, something they got to, you know, figure out how to, you know, change the oil on or something like that. You know, But yeah, I know there was a lot of kids that failed. I think it's when I was going through, it was about a 60% pass rate, so 40% failure. So about 40% of the people in the class would fail. But that was
Well,
that was that was about normal.
in the
Um,
UK,
mhm.
you can't take a driving license until you're 17.
Okay,
You have to do a written test, which is a computer test. Sorry, it's a multiple choice computer test with a hazard perception on it.
nice.
To pass that, then you take your lessons, and part of the lessons is a instruction to find your way home without instructions.
Wait, so that part again? Instructions on how to find your way home without instructions.
Right, so you're on a lesson. So you,
Okay.
you do your lessons. So you do multiple lessons until
Oh,
you can drive,
ooh.
right?
Okay, okay.
And then on the day of your test, he will say, I'd like you to turn right at the next junction. I'd like you to do a U-turn here. I'd like you to do parallel park here at different places.
Right.
And then he will take you outside of your known area and instruct you to make your way home.
Nice. That's actually pretty good. I mean, because that way you have to do it and show him that you can make it home, which would be a basic driving function. Can you make it home successfully? Dude,
With
what's up, Eric? The Conjunction Junction. Yeah, that's a good show.
it comes under
Okay.
you're reading the road, because all the roadsides are the same. The rules of the road are the same all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
There's words written on the road. There's signs that are next to the road. There's street lights. There's cars that go super fast, and there's silly people that go super slow. It's called reading the road.
We have a law here. 10 miles over speed limit is called excessive speeding, and 10 miles below the speed limit is excessive speeding as well, because you're impeding traffic. And you always have speeders. Okay, they're zooming out of traffic. The rice burners are the worst, and then of course the crotch rockets are the worst too. You'll have them weaving out of traffic, causing accidents. But I have to say, getting behind a person going 60 and a 70 in the far left lane, like, I just don't understand that. Like, just get in the right lane and go. If you want to go slow, get in the right lane. But you're in the fast lane going 60 and a 70, or like you'll be in some highways are 60 instead of 70, so we'll be going 50. It's just I don't know. I've never, that kind of stuff just blows my mind. But you're not wrong. Texas is notorious for having drivers that don't know how to drive in bad weather. We don't know how to drive in we have so much, because Texas is so big. All right, we have a lot of highway, and we can go sometimes 6 weeks without rain here at certain parts of the year. Heck, when we go through a drought, we'll go, I don't know, 3 months without a drop of rain. Okay. And life in the fast lane. But when we get a fresh rain and it's not heavy enough, right? It turns that level, or that little upper level of rubber and oil that's on the road, into just slick grease. And everyone forgets that it's going to happen right when we get the first rain after a drought. Everyone forgets. It's like you haven't lived in Texas for 40 years or whatever. And if you're not paying attention and you're out there on the road, dude, you're gonna slam on your brakes. You're gonna turn your tire too fast, and you're gonna do a 360 multiple times, flip your car, and run into someone else while going like 60, 70 miles an hour. And that happens all the time here. And it's like, dude, you like when it happens to a guy that I know that's lived here for 20 years, like someone I knew in high school or something, I'm like, you're a dumbass. And they just give me this look, and I'm like, yeah, you knew it was going to happen. Or when we get ice, because we don't really get a lot of snow, but we get sheets of ice. Yeah. So we have severe temperature drops, right? So we'll get this thing called sleet, and it'll turn into ice in 30 minutes. I'm not joking. It'll just turn into a sheet of ice in 30 minutes.
I just want to address something in the chat.
Yeah, what's up? Everything's
No,
bigger.
it isn't, Quentin. No, it isn't.
That's what we think. And that's what we say. So it's
No,
true then. What are you doing,
no, it
bro?
isn't.
So everything's bigger in Texas, man. Woo! Yeah. But no, I get your concerns and I get your frustration because I feel it here. I know you guys don't drive as much as we do, but I can only imagine what rush hour is like over there, being as small as your country is, right? I can only imagine what that's like, and especially in London, in a roundabout in London. No, that'd be like being in
I'm
Italy.
not in London. I'm in Liverpool,
Well, I'm just saying, like
which
the
is
giant.
which is not as big as London, and it is not as busy as London. There is a bit of footage that I think I've put it up. I am in going home traffic, but I'm on the outskirts of my city.
Well, I've never driven in Europe. I drove in the Philippines. I drove a bike in the Philippines, not a car. That was fun. And two words for Texas: hee haw. It's yeehaw, not hee haw. Hee haw would be more like Kentucky, maybe Alabama, Tennessee. Hee haw, but yeehaw with a Y is Texas. Um, but I drove in Okinawa, secretly because we weren't supposed to have a car. I know you've been to the Philippines. Holy moly, the traffic I have seen. Yeah. But the cool thing about the Philippines, though, Eric, is everybody knows their place. Okay, dude, there's no T-bones. Like people here, I don't know what it's like in other states. Okay, but people here, dude, if you're in the middle of the road, they'll just plow right into you, or they'll pretend to last like 3 seconds. Oh my god, you know why? Because they're on their phone. They're just doing this. Like, you can look to the left and the right of you as you're driving here, and everyone's just like this, dude. And there's signs posted everywhere. Get off your phone, okay? Because, now it's a law in Texas. I'm pretty sure it's like this in other states, too. If you kill someone while texting, that's a capital crime. Like, you go to jail. It's not considered murder, but it's like manslaughter or man-2 or something like that. You didn't intentionally do it, but because of your negligence and you're texting while driving, you go to jail. That's real. So you see all these people though, TJ, just I mean, seriously, this is them. I was behind a guy going out to the range today, and he's in the slow lane though. He was going 20 miles below the speed limit. And as I pass him, this is him. I'm serious. He wasn't even looking up. I sat next to him for a good 5-6 seconds, and this was him the whole time. And he was like weaving in and out of the lane.
We don't have that here. We have on the spot fines. So if the police see you, they will pull you over on the spot fine. They will also tell you you have the choice of going to court to get points or whatever on your license, and it's up to court to decide, but you don't go to prison. Unless you've reached 9 points or more. Then you'll go to prison and be banned from driving. If you're then caught driving, then you will go to prison.
So if you get let off and get caught again, I imagine there is no trial. They probably just send you.
No, straight away.
Yeah, that's just I don't know. I'm very particular about this. Like I set my phone to Bluetooth because Eric's not wrong. You make a choice. We're gonna talk about choices today too on my on today's stream. I mean, when you get in your car, you're not driving a pillow of cotton, No. You're driving 2,000, 3,000. Some of these vehicles are like 5,000 pounds of steel. Okay? You know what 5,000 pounds of steel does at 60 miles an hour?
A lot of damage.
A lot of damage. Okay? I mean, and these kids, we've talked about this before. You and I both have, TJ. These kids, when I say kids, that's basically anyone under the age of 25 at this point in my life. All right. So these kids, man, they don't really understand because they haven't been taught responsibility. Man, when you got your license at 16 when I was growing up, that was fucking huge. Like, I mean, dude, they threw sweet 16 parties and your car was in the front yard the POS car, okay, probably leaking oil in the grass, big bow on it, everybody playing music, everybody having a good time because you passed your driver's license. You got your driver's. That was there was a movie they made it. They called it License to Drive. Did you ever see that?
I know.
Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. Great movie, by the way. Go check it out. All right. Great movie. I mean, it was a rite of passage. Now I'm driving. I'll do this. I'll drive by a high school and be a total creeper and just check out the cars. There's Lexuses. I saw a Porsche the other day, and it wasn't in the teacher parking lot. The fuck is a high school student doing driving a Porsche? What do you think that they're capable of handling that vehicle?
Nope.
I mean, and then you see like the brand, like I saw one, it was ridiculous. You guys don't have these in UK, or if you do, they're very, 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 very rare. The giant trucks with like the 35 on 22s, jacked up like 6 feet in the air, probably cost $100,000 for the truck, sitting in the student parking lot.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Even the knobheads.
Even the knobheads, right? Oh no. Man, we also have a lot of honor though too. You'd like it here. You really would. Especially if you went to the country, you'd love it in the country. Younger people can't even walk down the street or sidewalk without their nose deep in their phones. Old man complaint, but it is just probably
It's not an old man.
It's not an old man complaint. You're not wrong, dude. Like you know what I'll do? Hey, okay, this might make me a jerk. You might be mad at me for doing this, TJ, everybody, but I do this. I'll stand in front of him, and I do
that.
I won't move. I'll just sit there and wait, and then it's always boop. Every now and then, I get the satisfaction of the phone falling to the ground, and it breaks. It's very rare.
Oh,
but every now and then, it happens.
You see, because we're very, very polite in this country.
I don't know. I wouldn't call English polite. I would say you guys are proper.
Well, they're walking usually in twos, and I will see them walking towards me with their phones, and I'm not little.
Yeah, you're a much taller than average woman.
You can't miss me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I stand still, you're going to bump into me, and I'm going to say, "So you're blind? You didn't see?"
Are you fucking blind?
I did not use those words, Vincent. You did.
I'm just saying, like I could totally see you do it. Maybe not the F-bomb, okay, but I can.
Oh, seriously? No, seriously. That is the words I use. I was just on your stream.
That is great, dude. That is great. Oh no. Okay, do you guys have the speed bumps?
Yes.
You guys have so in parking lots, okay, we have these like they're not like the short quick speed bumps, they're the long ones, and if you go over them too fast, you'll bottom out and scrape the bottom of your car. It causes damage to your vehicle, okay? Because instead of it making your car bump up, it makes it go long. So it literally scrapes the bottom of your car if you go over it too fast, okay? So what people have gotten used to is they know they're safe in between these zones and the grocery parking lots and the Walmart parking lots, stuff like that, right? They're just walking in between the cars as they're going past them. And people have gotten so used to it that they don't do anything. So when I see it happen, I'm like, like, right, dude.
Do you drive a manual or auto?
I have a truck, so it's going to be auto.
Unfortunately,
right. I prefer manual, but
you need to get hold of a little manual.
Oh, a little tiny one?
Just a little one, because it'll go over the bump, and you can speed up enough between each bump. And while you're at it, you can put your foot down on the clutch and rev the engine. Scares the shit out of them.
No, you know what? I haven't done that. Okay. Like maybe, you know what? Get a little MG. That'd be nice. I've always wanted an MG. Martha's Garage.
I can see you in a little Fiat 500 myself.
Dude, I grew up with one next door. We used to work on it because it was an old one from like the 60s. I loved MGs. Martha's Garage is one of my favorite cars.
No. Fiat 500. Awesome car.
What's a Fiat 500? I guess I might have seen it, but I'm just not familiar with it. What is it?
Google it.
Google it. All right, cool. Fiat 500. Don't use Google. Use DuckDuckGo. Let's see here. Fiat, is that FEIT?
Fix it again tomorrow.
Fix it again.
FIAT.
There we go. Fiat. Oh, fix it again tomorrow. Fiat 500. Okay. It actually came up like that, by the way. 500. All right, I'm looking at it. All right,
It's a little bubble car.
Oh, dude, like all the little Italian ones. Yeah.
Awesome little cars.
Dude, that looks cool.
And they will go over the bump. Okay. And they will speed up between the bump.
I can probably get a brand new one for like $30K, right?
Yeah, easy.
Okay. I'll check it out. All right.
Oh, by the way, Ford is fix or repair daily.
It's found on road day. Fix or repair daily.
Yeah.
Found on road day. What's Chevy? It's not last on race day. No, first on race day is Ford as well. Chevy had something too, similar to Coedogram. It's been a long time since I did those wars. I recall working jobs, being told if you got X amount of phone calls at work, you'd get fired. Only exceptions were emergencies. You know, I worked retail. My background was in retail. I was what's it called? Inventory expert. So every time there was inventory, I was always the guy that had to run it. And there was no cell phones, right? So when cell phones first became a thing, it was a fireable offense if you had it on the floor. Fireable offense. If you had your cell phone on the floor when it first came out, this was like 2005, 2008, somewhere in there, dude, you're fired. Like, you couldn't have it on the floor. I heard that manual gear shift has more power. It depends on what you're doing, how you're revving it. But yeah, I prefer a manual. I really do. I like being able to control the RPMs of my vehicle. That's what you're talking about. When you're driving automatic, the engine automatically controls the RPMs of your vehicle. So if you don't have the timing belt done right and you don't know your car, you're going to waste a lot of gas, basically. Or fix it again, Tony.
90% of cars in the UK are manual.
Yeah. Well, the first car was manual. The very first car ever made was manual transmission. And then they went to automatic sometime around the 60s. I could be wrong.
Yeah, when you all turned into lazy buggers.
Yeah. Or just people that weren't hand-eye coordinated. People that just couldn't do it, basically.
Well,
there are people that just can't
don't drive.
You know, well, I understand that, but remember, it's all about feelings. Okay, we have to
public transport.
You know, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm simply explaining why. Okay. Would you like to join me on this Andrew Tate awesome news? Because I want to get your opinion on it. I would love for you to tell me how your country is being affected by this.
It's not.
It's not at all. Like nothing. No one cares.
Nah.
I mean, because it's huge here. Like
not as far as I know.
Okay. All right. You know who Andrew Tate is, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys have seen the prompt. It's been up for like 20 minutes now. But he was released. He's put under house arrest. And I've got a video we're going to watch after we kind of check this out for a minute. All right, here. But this is 4 minutes and 49 seconds long. We're not going to watch the whole thing. I'm just going to let him play a little bit of it. And then I'm going to show you guys his first official YouTube video. I couldn't find the original because I took it down. But there's a guy that recorded it and then put it on his. He doesn't like Tate. He's one of the femboys. So ignore him when we watch the video, okay? But the video he's playing is actually the first one that he released. Let's see if they let me play this. Here we go.
Andrew Tate became the singular most popular person on the internet globally by talking about masculinity, personal responsibility men have, et cetera, et cetera. He also became really hated on the left for some reason. Back in December, Romanian authorities threw Tate and his brother in jail, where they remain, despite, in Tate's case, being very sick. They still have not charged him with anything. Tate is under investigation for human trafficking. Joe Biden's State Department may or may not have had a hand in this, but they're thrilled.
Real quick, so everybody knows, Romania rules are different, okay? So in Romania, if you're accused of what they would call a federal crime, I don't think that's what they call it, but what we would call a federal crime. They can hold you up to 180 days with no conviction and no proof whatsoever. All right. They held him for the maximum. Okay. With no proof, no evidence.
Any case. So what's going on and how long is this going to continue? Isn't it a human rights violation? Looks like one.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Glandian is Andrew Tate's lawyer. She's a partner at Garagos and Garagos. We talked to her a few nights ago. Here's what she said. What are the charges? How can he be in jail if he hasn't been charged for months?
Oh, they're going to go over to.
Hi, Tucker. Thanks for having me. So in Romania, the procedure is a little different than what we're used to here in the United States.
TJ.
There, they have a procedure called
massive. The video we're going to show
which
shows
is
all
what
his
they
muscles.
essentially arrested the Tate brothers and 2 women for. And they arrested them at the end of December. And initially, it was a 24-hour arrest. And then the prosecution made an application for a 30-day extension, which was granted. And last month, they sought a further 30-day extension, which was granted. And most recently, that was extended again until the end of March. And they have up to 180 days in which they could extend this detention without formally charging them with any crimes. So it's an ongoing criminal
they can keep it for 6 months.
But they are detained.
TJ.
They're rotting in a Romanian jail, and we can only imagine what a Romanian jail is like. This is the definition of a human rights violation. He's a media figure, and he's rotting in a jail without charges. Mm-hmm. Have civilized Western governments said anything about this?
And did you hear? They might have got this over in the UK, but he had 2 women that came forward that worked for him doing the OnlyFans stuff because he was a promoter of OnlyFans women, and 2 of the women that were working for him that were a part of this group that he supposedly sex trafficked came forward and said, we signed contracts. We did it willingly. They never touched us. There was no sexual involvement. There was no abuse whatsoever. And the judge told them that they were brainwashed and that they were actually lying and didn't realize they were lying. Then they came out, the 2 women that supposedly made the case. And this, of course, is after the Tim Pool debacle. I forget what the woman's name was, the woman with the shoulder pads. But she said she'd been working with them for like 18 months on this case. That was a total lie. She never worked with anyone. She was just a creeper and a weirdo. But the 2 women that came forward, both of the women that came forward, one recanted, and the other one was proven to have made 5 different charges of sexual abuse against famous people. And even after all this evidence was produced to the court, they still extended him. That's insane.
Unfortunately, this is now just being handled under Romanian law, and nobody else has really weighed in as far as other governments. This is sanctioned under their laws. It's the procedure is proper kind of under their law. However, I think the way it's being applied in this case is completely a violation of international human rights law. Okay, and this investigation didn't start in December when they were arrested. This investigation actually started back.
So months in a Romanian jail, Andrew Tate was quite a spirited figure, by some counts the most popular person on the entire internet as a result. Obviously, the point is to break his spirit. Have they done that?
Absolutely not. Both Tate brothers are of strong mind and strong spirit, and they are doing the best they can under the circumstances. I think they're holding up as well as anybody could. They're praying, they're meditating, they are receiving a lot of letters of support.
They switched over to what's the Muslim religion? What's it called?
All of their other fans around the world, and that's keeping them busy. The only thing
Islam.
is they
switched over to Islam a couple
obviously.
years ago.
They want to prove their innocence. They want to return home. They want to tell the world what is going on. But right now, unfortunately, because there is an ongoing criminal investigation, we aren't allowed to actually discuss all of the evidence that is very favorable that shows that they didn't commit any crimes in this case.
No crimes. Yeah.
Pretty obviously.
And pretty much from the very beginning, we don't have to watch the whole thing. I just kind of want you guys to get a gist of it. Pretty much the entire thing was just a show trial, or not even a show trial, a show non-trial. They wanted to black eye them and blackball them into some kind of corner, and it backfired completely.
I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
So you're not happy with Romanian law?
As far as being able to hold someone for 180 days with absolutely no charges?
So you're not happy with Romanian law? Simple yes or no?
No, of course not. No, I don't like that at all. No.
Right. So if you were, are you married?
No, engaged.
Oh, okay. So you're in a long-term relationship with a female.
Yes.
So if you were to go to a Muslim country where they request that you don't go into areas with your shoulders bare, your ankles showing, would you agree with that?
I would have to. But I mean, but I wouldn't take her to one. I would never take her to Iraq or Iran. I've been there. I've lived there.
No, but if she wanted to go, because they do have places which are for tourists.
Yeah, and if that was the law, then we'd have to follow the law. Yes, of course.
Did you see where I'm going?
I mean, I didn't say that I wouldn't follow the law. I'm saying I don't like it. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean I wouldn't follow it. And I would respect the culture. I would respect the laws. But here's the thing. Just because I don't like it or I like it doesn't mean that it's right. And it's not right. Being able to hold someone, now granted, they don't have a democracy in Romania, obviously. They don't have a Bill of Rights in Romania, obviously. But that is, I mean, that's dehumanization. That's the ability to coerce a confession. That's not basic human rights, which basically means there's no basic human rights in the judicial system in Romania. That's
we
all
don't
I'm trying
have
to
a
say.
Bill of Rights.
You guys have a Bill of Rights, yeah, but Romania's Bill of Rights obviously does not protect the innocent. It's guilty until proven innocent, which is in a lot of countries that's the way it is. It's that way in the Philippines. You're guilty until proven innocent. You can go to jail in Philippines for 6 months, and all you did was speed. They'll throw you in jail just for speeding. It's like a no tolerance policy. If you're caught racing in Puerto Rico, okay, racing, not speeding, but racing in Puerto Rico, they will impound your car, fine you heavily, and then crush your car in a vice crush in the dump, and then make a video of it while it happens, and then send it to you so you can see your car being destroyed. And there's no trial. Okay, those are things that happen to a person without having any rights whatsoever. That's obviously would be illegal here to happen. Now, granted, I'm an American. I'm spoiled from our legal system, and it's not perfect, not by any means. But I do believe in basic human rights. Okay, I understand your point.
Right. Was he fed? Was he watered? Was he warm? Did he have a roof over his head?
Obviously, yes. But
basic human rights.
Yeah, that's human rights. But locking someone in a room for 120 days.
Basic human rights.
That's not basic. He's not an animal. He's not a dog. He's not a bear. You know,
basic human rights.
With absolutely no charges, no proof.
So
with
long
4
as
different cases showing that he did nothing.
So long as he's fed, so long as he's watered, so long as he has access to medical care, so long as he has clothing, that is classed as.
So you're saying it's okay to take away your basic human rights just as long as they're fed and have a roof? I don't agree with that at all.
But that is what basic human rights is.
No, basic human rights is not being locked inside of a concrete cell for 120 days with absolutely no access to outside. He didn't see daylight for 120 days. That's not basic human rights. Okay, basic human rights, even in our prison system, and we have a really shitty prison system. I'll give you that. Okay, even if you're in solitary confinement in our prison system, you get 1 hour outside every day. You're supposed to. Okay, because apparently that doesn't happen all the time. But you get 1 hour outside every day, and he didn't even get that, and he didn't even break a law. There was no crime. And in order for, and let me put it another way, in order for you to get the type of punishment that Tristan and Andrew got, you have to be convicted by a jury of your peers here. There has to be solid evidence, and 12 people have to deliberate over a period of time while having witnesses and testimony from altering witnesses, professionals coming in, dictating exactly what did or didn't happen. And then 12 people deliberate to put you in that situation. In Romania, there is nothing. They literally went to his house, TJ, and took him to that box. That's not basic human rights. Okay, no matter how you want to spin it. Now, do I agree with you in the fact that if you live in a country, you need to be ready to uphold to their laws? Yes, I do. I do agree with you on that one. But he didn't break any laws. And did they feed him? You're going to see a video here in just a second. Yeah, they fed him, because check out what he looks like when he got out. This is the only video I could find. I did get a buddy of mine that sent it to me, but when I went to click on it again, it's not there. So I'm guessing they took it down. Maybe they didn't want people to see it. But this guy obviously recorded it and then put it. And this guy's not a fan of Andrew I don't know who he is. I've never seen him before.
I think I've seen this one.
Yeah,
he's walking up and down. He's pacing, isn't he?
Pacing. Yeah, look how big he is. Look at this. Muscle.
Why do you look like that?
Muscle. I mean, it looks like a cage lion right now. Now he did release a statement, okay, saying that all it did by putting him in that cement room, okay, that concrete room, was help him focus and help him figure out exactly what he has to do moving forward. So I don't think it's going to benefit them at all in any way, shape, or fashion.
But it's not exactly a concrete room, is it?
He said it was 4 walls of concrete with a door that had a slide. Yeah, the little.
But it's not an 8x4 cell.
It was a 12x8 cell.
Meters.
12 feet by 8 feet. So, I mean,
a couch. There's a couch there, and a couch is 12. Is 8 foot long.
I don't know if he had. Yeah, it's supposed to be 12 by 8. Yeah, that's what he said. He said it was 12 by 8. 12 by 8 by 10. I think the roof was 10. But no window. No window. What's up?
Looking at that video, he's fibbing.
No. This is his home. This is Tate at home under house arrest. This is his first video after being released. This is not his
apologies.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I must not have said it out loud. I thought I said that. I probably didn't say it. But yeah, this is so the video right there. In short, it is what it is. Yes, very true. In the first video he released, that's that one, and apparently they took it down because it's male toxicity or whatever. I don't know. Who cares? At this point, everything's toxic, everything's racist, and everything's sexist. So I don't know why they would take it down, but this guy, he goes further. We don't have to watch it anymore, but he goes further. He's like, oh my God. He's like talking like a girl. He's like, oh my God, he scares me. It's like, what? You know, like I mean, you know, when's enough is enough. You know, and now that we have him out and he's under house arrest, which is still ridiculous. Back to the human rights thing, back to the fact that, yes, they have a completely different legal system. And again, I'm not disagreeing with you on the fact that you have to be ready to
abide by the country that you visit.
Exactly. And he chose to live in Romania. And everyone was like, dude, why are you living in Romania? And he's like, man, Romania's great. The women are hot. You know, and it's like, bro.
The women are hot and my money's my money because I don't pay much tax.
You know, and they took all of his stuff. They took all of his computers. He had something like $400,000 in cash in a safe. They took that. He's never going to see that shit back. Never. They're going to keep all that. Everything they seize, they'll say it's under investigation and unable to release it. That's exactly what they'll say. Exactly what they'll say. Real quick, Eric said something up here. I recall working in jobs. No, it wasn't that one. This one right here. 9 out of 10 on the blasted phone. Whenever I'm in a store now, maybe this is old man syndrome, like you said earlier, but when I'm in a store now, and if I see a girl or a boy pull out their phone, I always ask them, I'm like, what'd they say? I'll be like, what'd they say? You know, what's so important? Okay, so what's going on in your country right now with Donald Trump?
I'm sorry, I am seriously the wrong person to ask.
Okay, so you guys, I mean, well, I'm asking.
Although, when I saw what the question was, I thought about it, and I did think, will he or won't he? And I am split. I am literally split halfway. One, he won't turn himself in because he wants the media press of he's being harassed and arrested and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And the other one is he will, because he can say that he went willingly and he will fight it with the law. So I'm split right down the middle.
You know, he's the one that reported they were going to arrest him. He's the one that broke that story. Trump did. Trump found out probably from somebody in, high up or whatever. And he's the one that broke that story. So I wouldn't be surprised. honestly, I mean, he's got two. Here's the thing people keep forgetting about. He has 2 Secret Service agents attached to him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Armed Secret Service agents. They go everywhere he goes. A president has never been arrested, ever, and especially not for having someone in his organization misuse funds to pay off a prostitute that's a former porn star. So the mere fact that they're even talking about indicting Trump on this is ridiculous in itself. But those 2 Secret Service agents are under orders to never leave his side. And if anyone attempts to incarcerate him or harm him, they're under orders. So if 2 police officers were to come up to Donald Trump and try to arrest him, they're under orders to defend him.
But again, we go back to the law of the land. Nobody is above the law, not even a president.
No, I'm not saying it's not, but they know Trump didn't misuse funds. They're saying that Trump, because he was the head of the organization, this happened before he was president. This happened years before he was president. So that's how they're able to do it. They're saying that while he was in charge of his company, misappropriated funds happened under someone else, but because he was in charge of the company, therefore he's culpable, which actually isn't true. And if they were to take him to trial, he would be found innocent. Okay, but that's not something you would indict a former president on. And you're right, no one's above the law, but he didn't break the law. See, we have rights here, okay? And if they arrest him, he'll literally go in, he'll have his picture taken, because they have to arrest him for this to happen. If he turns himself in, more likely than not, they'll just tell him to go away. Because a lot of the times you can't turn yourself in for misdemeanors or for crimes that are not felonies. Okay? They'll just tell you to go away. You have to be arrested in order to be taken in. So probably what would happen is if he turned himself in, they would just tell him to leave, which is why I think he would actually do it. I really do think he'll turn himself in, because they'll be like, okay, Mr. Trump, we'll put it on record that you tried to turn yourself in, but until they officially indict you and come to your house to arrest you, then I'm sorry, but we can't take you to jail. Yeah. Clinton pulled some shenanigans. Yeah, I know, right? See, and he's making a point. You probably don't remember this, but Clinton broke the law. All right. Obama killed a 16-year-old child that was an American in a foreign country with a drone strike. He never went to jail. And he admitted that he made the drone strike. He never went to jail. The only reason why they're doing this is to try to make Donald Trump look bad. And all it's doing is backfiring. As a matter of fact, the best thing to come out of this is it took a lot of the supporters away from DeSantis. A lot. Because DeSantis was like, because all DeSantis would have to say, TJ, is my state of Florida, which is where Trump lives now. He doesn't live in New York anymore. And in Mar-a-Lago, no one will be allowed in to arrest Donald Trump. I'm not having any of that. Now, if he leaves my state, I can't protect him. But because he's governor, he could say, no, you guys can't indict Trump. But he didn't do that. He said, I will have no part of any of it, whether defending him or protecting him or anything on the other side as well. Because the Bushes are funding him right now. The Bush family, that's not the Bush family, but the people that got Bush elected, the same people, they're the ones that are helping him with his campaign.
Yeah.
So they probably told him to just be neutral, is what they told him, until you see a side that you can jump on. And yes, Clinton did pull some shenanigans, bro. Yeah, Clinton had sex in the White House, but I don't think that's what Clinton really did. I never thought Clinton should have been arrested for that. I mean, dude, you guys, anyone that doesn't think that presidents are boinking people in the White House, you're either like ignorant or you just don't want to think, okay? Dude, every president from the beginning of time, even Abraham Lincoln, probably had big women, because he loved big women. He had big women lined out the door, okay? Guarantee it. All right, George Washington, same thing. Powerful men sleep with lots of.
Well, when Reagan was Reagan. When Reagan, there's a lot of people that thought that him and Thatcher were having an affair.
Really? Huh. I knew about JFK and the Blondie, but I didn't know about that. The Koch brothers.
You know who Thatcher is, don't you?
Her name sounds familiar. That's before my time. I remember that.
Our female prime minister.
No shit.
The one that fucked this country up.
Yeah.
The
she gets
Iron
credit
Lady.
for a lot of the she gets credit for a lot of the bad policies. Yes. Oh.
There was a lot of people that thought because they were always together and they were coinciding their policies, so to speak.
They said that about George Bush Jr. and that, what was his name? The European guy. He was in your parliament. Oh my God. He was the one. They were like inseparable. They made jokes about it on South Park about how they were gay.
Tony Blair.
Yeah, Tony Blair. Yeah. Yeah, they made jokes about it because they spent a lot of time together. Okay, here's a fun one for you guys. Let me read this message. I got 2 messages. We got the thing is, voters will have this in their mind. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Regardless of person, they may vote for it, especially the older voters. They will just remember that Trump was indicted and possibly arrested. Dude, what's her name? Pelosi is still saying he was impeached twice, even though he wasn't. They still say that. All right? It's crazy. Regardless what may transpire, they have succeeded in putting into voters' minds that President Trump was charged with possibly arrested. Yes, absolutely. They even released an AI video, and okay, I'm using air quotes, YouTube. Don't get pissy with me, okay? Someone released an AI video of him getting arrested by like 6 cops, and he's all like this. He's all, while he's getting arrested. All right, dude. I think the thing that makes me the most, at the same time, disappointed, frustrated, and angry with the American people is they're so easy to manipulate. Like, I don't believe anything I read. When I read an article, I go research it, and I research it, and then I research it. Like when I found out about Andrew Tate, I wanted to know when he was released. I wanted to know what the circumstances of him being released were. I didn't just go with Andrew Tate was released. I listened to like 4 different people talk about his release, just so I could get different opinions on it, different perspectives on it. When did we stop asking questions? And when did asking questions become such a bad thing too? Like, if I want to know something, just tell me. Don't act like a dick about it. I just repeated myself. Sorry. I had to step away. I had to step away for a bit. Didn't know you already covered it. No, man, it's all good, dude. Don't worry about it, man. You're always welcome in here, man. You know that. All right, so this is pretty cool and pretty fucked up at the same time. This is from Daily Mail.
Yeah.
So, okay, for those of you that don't know, for the young bucks in this room, or the young bucks that come up and watch, and young ladies, and the incredibly large amount of women that watch me, for those of you guys that don't know, when Coca-Cola first came out, when we first released it, it was actually pushed to housewives to give them energy so they could cook and clean and do the house during the day.
Yep.
That is no shit. That is real. That came at the same time of cigarettes. Because remember, feminism was fueled and funded by cigarettes. It's real. Look it up. All right. Coca-Cola produces as much as $2 billion of pure cocaine every year in secretive New Jersey factory, all thanks to its iconic recipe and a very special arrangement with the DEA. Now, before we go further, understand this. We, the people, did not know we were drinking pure coca. We had no clue. All right? But Coca-Cola failed to mention that it could be addictive. So the housewives, besides gaining weight, okay, there's seriously this massive influx of housewives, like in the, 40s, TJ, right? I think it was the 40s. All right, in the 40s, where the women were gaining weight and going to the store and buying cases of Coca-Cola. It was everywhere. Santa Claus was handing Coca-Cola to little kids. This is real, okay? I know it sounds crazy, all right, but it's real. And Coca-Cola just failed to tell everybody. Okay. Well, according to the reports from back in the day when they shut it down and told Coca-Cola to change their original recipe to take the cocaine out of the Coke, they said, okay, cool. Well, according to this article, they've been doing it for years. And the DEA knows about it. A small chemical processing plant hidden in a quiet neighborhood of New Jersey that's an opening to a movie, right?
Yeah.
In this small town of New Jersey, has an exclusive license to import cocoa leaves into the U.S. on behalf of the Coca-Cola Company and manufactures as much as $2 billion of pure cocaine every year. The leaves are used to produce decocainized? Is that right? I guess that's how you would say it. Decocainized ingredient for the iconic soda, and the cocaine byproduct is sold to the nation's largest opioid manufacturer, which markets the powder as a numbing agent and topical and anesthetic for dentists.
Novocaine.
Okay. One.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call bullshit.
Okay.
I'm gonna call straight bullshit.
Why?
Okay. $2 billion of cocaine. A kilo of cocaine right now is $40K. So what's that? Hang on. I'm going to use my 8th grade math for a second. Hang on. All right. So we've got, he said 2 billion, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. See, that's 2 billion. So look, I got 2 billion. All right. Divided by 40,000. That's 50,000 kilos. 50,000 kilos of cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay. You mean to tell me, and this is just me thinking out loud here. So 50,000 pounds, that's what, 25 tons? 25 tons of cocaine. Say that number out loud. 25 tons of cocaine, all right, are turned into Novocaine.
Yeah.
That's the shit they inject in your mouth, guys, by the way. If you're ready to do this work, that's the stuff they inject in your gums or whatever, okay?
Yep.
I bet 10%. And I'm being generous. 10% of it's used for Novocaine. And 90% of it goes to someone's pockets. I guarantee.
Isn't it also used in smaller doses in tablet form?
If it is, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. I mean, I just found out that they put heroin and stuff. So, I mean, I guess it's possible. They're putting heroin in certain drugs to get people addicted to it, so they go back to it. So, what's the big one? What's the big painkiller that's like super, super addictive? Not Percocet, but the other one, the one that's stronger than Percocet.
You've lost me. Our drugs are called something different than yours.
It starts with an I, but I can't remember what it is. But it's heroin based. It has heroin. And the reason why it's so addictive and it's so hard to get off of. I mean, when a doctor prescribes you these pain meds, right? And you take them for a couple of days or whatever. Okay. Like I had to take Percocet once for 12 days. All right. Two tablets a day, one in the morning, one at night. I have a scar on my hand right here. See it? I don't know if you can see it or not. I've got a scar. I cut 2 tendons all the way down right here. They had to connect them back, whatever, at the VA. And I got, because I stopped taking them after 12 days, but I think they gave me 15 days worth of Percocet. Dude, when I stopped taking that, because I was like, no, I don't want this shit anymore. Because it was driving me crazy. I was having horrible dreams, and like I was just agitated all the time. I was like, no. I felt like I was dying. Like my body ached. I would sit here on the couch and I would like kind of have these cold sweats. I was only on it for like 12 days. And it wasn't the high dose either. Just 2 tablets. 1 in the morning, 1 at night. That's it. And I'm like on the couch like the first day or 2 days. Yeah.
We'll go back to the Coca-Cola. I know somebody in late 80s in the UK was drinking 1.5 liters of Coca-Cola a day.
1.5 liters? That's like we don't sell liters here. We sell oh my god. I haven't bought Coke in so many years. I forget.
It's like 6
2 liters. We sell 2 liters.
Right,
that's right.
So,
you guys sell liters. Okay. So
call it 2 liters. This person was drinking 2 liters of Coca-Cola a day. Sometimes more, but mostly 2 liters. That person needed to come off it
Yeah.
to join the forces.
How'd that go?
They were cold, they were jittery, they were arsey, they were shivering, they were shaking, and this is the late 80s. And the doctors tried telling them that it was because of the caffeine.
I mean, caffeine can be addictive. He's not
Not
incorrect,
that bad.
but
It's
not like
that
that.
bad.
No, you'll get a headache, sometimes a migraine. You will get the shivers or the shakes, but not like that. Like
No.
I've had caffeine withdrawal. I used to drink like 4 cups a day, 4 cups of coffee a day, and I just went cold turkey for a while to see what would happen. Now, have you seen the people that stopped drinking Dr. Pepper?
No.
Have you heard about this? So
No.
Dr. Pepper is the highest of all the dark sodas. It has more sugar than any other soda. Okay, so when they stop and they cut off cold turkey, dude, they have sugar withdrawal. That's pretty crazy. You start craving sugar.
Well, you know Fanta came to the UK, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, she managed to get over here, and she wanted to pop Dr. Pepper, so she bought a Dr. Pepper in the shop, and she was like, "Well, it's okay, but it's not the same."
No, yeah.
And we couldn't figure out what was different.
It's the sugar.
Somebody managed to buy. We've got a shop that sells American stuff in some of the bigger cities. Somebody managed to buy her American Dr. Pepper, and we looked at the ingredients, and the sugar content is like 6-fold.
And it's corn syrup. It's not sugar.
It's corn syrup. You have corn syrup in everything.
And everything. Did you watch my corn syrup special when I got back from the Philippines? Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Like that's no joke. Okay. And I didn't talk about this in that special, but I got a Mountain Dew while I was over there. I opened up and I've been drinking Mountain Dew since I was like probably 4. Okay. That tasted nothing like our Mountain Dew. I was looking at it. I was like, that is not Mountain Dew. It didn't even have the flavor. There was nothing in it that tastes like Mountain Dew. So I started reading the back of it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like totally different ingredients.
Did you like it without all the sugar?
Yeah, it tasted good. Yeah, there wasn't really a lot of things I didn't like there. The fermented fish is never going to be something that I like. But I did like their stinky fish. That was good. Everybody thought that I wasn't going to eat it, and I was like, no, this is good. It smells like shit, but it tastes great. But there wasn't a lot of stuff I didn't like in the Philippines. I didn't like all the sugar on the meat. And I told everybody that. I was like, can I have meat with no sugar? Donut! Dude! What are you doing? How are you? Okay, I'm giving you a virtual hug. Donut! How are you doing, young lady? Haven't seen her in forever on here, man. Sugar, a.k.a. the proto-cocaine. Very, very intelligent there, brother. Yes. Speaking of sugar, hello, Donut. Walled Minion. Is that new? Walled Minion? Is that a new thing?
No, Donut Walled Minion's been there for a long time.
A long time? Okay.
Do you want to know the history behind Walled Minion?
I want to know everything about Donut. What's Walled Minion mean?
Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Right. His lawyer was called Mr. Waldman.
Oh, this is what got you famous, right? The Amber Heard trial. Yeah. Okay.
And somebody, and it's Mignon, right?
Well, there's Agamemnon. Is that what she's talking about?
No.
Okay.
Amber Heard's lawyers or subs
woman.
or simps or somebody.
Yeah, that woman, dude. I loved her lawyer. I love that lady lawyer.
Put it on Twitter that we're all Walled Mignon, which is a fillet steak or something, isn't it?
I've never heard of Walled Mignon. I'll look it
No,
up.
Mignon.
Yeah, Mignon. It was Amber that wrote Mignon instead of Minions. Oh, dude, because she's stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. She took a shit on a dude's bed and didn't understand why that was wrong.
Well, she was trying to say they were all Johnny Depp minions, Waldman's minions, and
Waldman's
following
minions.
it because we were just following what he was saying. That's what she. But she put mignon instead, which is a steak, which is a high class fillet steak.
Yeah, mignon, yeah.
So that's why donut is a Wald mignon.
Well, dude, when they first came out with that, because I wasn't on here. By the way, before we go any further, are you feeling okay?
No,
You've been coughing. Are you all right?
I do apologize. I'm trying to do it quietly.
Don't. Are you okay though? Like, what's going on?
I've had a chest infection for about 3 months.
What's going on?
If not longer.
Is it like walking pneumonia? It sounds like walking pneumonia.
Well, it's going to get looked at. I've had 2 lots of antibiotics. It comes and goes, mostly if I've been talking all day long.
And here you are talking with me. By the way, thank you for being here.
I should think so as well. And she gets a bug and I don't.
I said that you graced us with your presence.
And Donut gets a hug and I don't.
Well, okay, you don't like feminine shit. I don't know what the boundaries are. So if you want a hug, you tell the big Marine you want a freaking hug. Okay? I've tried to be fucking feminine with you. Don't give me that shit. Okay? Yeah. All right? If I were to see you, I'd be like fist bump, elbow bump. Yeah.
You're so easy to wind up. It's lovely.
No, teasing you is good. I like it. We all love TJ. All love TJ. And
apparently I'm very intelligent and you can learn a lot from me. That was one of Donut's quotes, which I really do appreciate.
Of course. Well, I mean, when you've, lived the life you have, I would imagine you've seen, it's like me. I mean, I walk into a room with people. I'm sure the same thing happens to you. You walk in a room with people and they start talking about stuff and you're like, oh yeah, that was like 20. Yeah, I did that when I was 20. I do that all the time. Like they'll have like some revelation and it's like, yeah, that was 32. Where you been? This guy gave me this book through the good friend of mine. Great book. Okay. Wild at Heart. Good book. You haven't read it? Read it. It's good. I agree with like 90% of it. Great book. All about men and women understanding who they are. Okay. And I was like, that was like 19, bro.
I've got one, and it's not as iconic as something that you'll bring up because my memory's crap at the moment. But Boyzone, I think it was Boyzone.
Boyzone?
You know who Boyzone is? It's a boy band.
Boy band, okay. Imagine that. I don't know what a boy band is. Imagine that.
Late 90s, yeah, and they brought the song out, and it was called Puppy Love.
Okay, I didn't hear it. I was just checking my brain to see if I'd heard it.
Do you know the Osmonds?
Yes.
Do you know they made a song called Puppy Love? No. And they called it
Puppy Love. Yeah.
Well, there's like a 30-year gap between those 2 songs.
So what was one a remake and the other one?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously a remake. So I'm singing along to this song. And my young cousin said, "Oh, you're awesome. You've learnt the words already."
How old were they?
12.
Oh, they're 12. I mean, you don't even become emotionally conscious until you're like 16 now, apparently. But I mean, or later. Okay, fair enough. Or later. We do know there's 35-year-olds in basements playing video games right now. Okay. And something I'm okay. And I want you guys to remember this, and everybody don't laugh. I'm being serious.
Okay.
This is something that I do actually, because we still need to have a podcast about the thing I talked about in the Philippines. I do agree with you, the family values thing. But something women and men, I want you guys to look this up. I want you to do some research on it. I am going to do a podcast about this. Something that I have been practicing for years and something that most men have no idea how to do, especially young men because they have no father figures. It's called semen retention. Okay. Don't laugh. It's real. Okay. I've talked about discipline and delayed gratification a lot. Okay. And delayed gratification and discipline go directly into this. And we're going to talk about this later. It has to do with what we're talking about right now. Okay. A lot of men are not taught how to be good husbands. Okay. You guys hear me harp on women all the time, but I'm just as hard, if not harder. Okay. Men are not taught how to be good husbands anymore. They're not taught how to take care of their family. They're not taught how to take care of their wife. Okay. You're never going to meet a single woman in this world that isn't in this. Okay. Hear my words carefully. Okay. TJ, back me up on this. There's not a woman who's in love with her man that is going to tell you she does not like getting made love to the proper way. Okay. She's not going to say that. She's like, oh yeah, I love it when he messes up in the bedroom. No. Okay. Sex might not be everything in a relationship, but it is important. Being able to make love to your woman is important, and semen retention for men is important for both men and women. So we're going to talk about it in another podcast. I just want to bring it up, kind of do a teaser on it, because I was talking to a buddy of mine, and ED is a really, really big problem right now. It's huge. It's grown exponentially in the last 15 years alone. And it's because of the food we eat and because of the fact that we're not exercising. We're not practicing certain things. Vincent, wait. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what he said yeah to. Vincent, we're behind a chat. Vincent sits on a throne of lies. He used to be the lead singer of the Backstreet Boys. I don't know about Backstreet Boys. Probably New Kids on the Block. I was a New Kids on the Block. No, he was telling me about this, and he works in the testosterone fields, and you won't believe some of the stories he was telling me. I couldn't believe it. There's 21-year-old men getting testosterone treatment, TJ. 21, not 41, 21. He's like, dude, I see him all week. They come in there, they have half the count they're supposed to have. How?
Because they're not exercising, they're not
eating the right diet, they don't have what?
They're not working, they're not running, they're not
and we're feeding them
physically
soy.
active.
And we're feeding them soy lectin, because that's got high counts of estrogen in it. And they're telling people to drink almond milk and soy milk, which both have high amounts of estrogen in it. And it's in all of our chocolate now. Did you know that? I mentioned that on the corn syrup one. Lectilin, or lectilin, however you pronounce it, is made from soy, and it's in all of our chocolate. I can't find a piece of chocolate that doesn't have it in there. I went to the store. I went and looked at every single, even the good ones, even like the high dollar chocolate. I went to the mall. There's this place called Goodies or whatever. They've got it in there, and that's like
I just happen to have a chocolate one next to me.
But I doubt it's in your country though. How much you want to bet? There's no lectilin. It'll be the last ingredient. It'll say soy based or soy lectilin in parentheses. Look it up.
It does.
It does? Yeah. Boom! Right there. It's in. I went to the freezer section, TJ. The freezer section. All right? And it's in the chocolate mousse pie. It's in the freaking the lemon meringue. It's in the cheesecake.
It's fifth from last.
Yours is higher than ours. Wow, ours is always last. That means there's more. That means there's more of it in there.
Yeah,
probably a small smidgen more, but
Well, this is dark chocolate Maltesers, and it's got salt. So there's like a pinch of salt. So
pinch of salt in it. Okay. Eating fatty beef also helps. Although, beef helps. Period, brother. If you now remember, you're not supposed to have a lot of beef. You're only supposed to have like 1 or 2 servings of beef a week. But 4 to 8 servings of beef a month will help your testosterone rise. But we're not eating a lot of beef anymore because it's too expensive. Think about that. And pork is the worst meat you can put in your body, but pork is the cheapest meat. That's not a coincidence. Like, I mean, there's good fats and there's bad fats, right? And the same thing goes with meat. Okay? Pork is a bad fat. Doesn't matter what kind of pork it is. So, and it doesn't have high testosterone like red meat does. But no, check this out. You turn over, I don't know how many of them it is. Quentin says, fuck soy. Yes, fuck soy, dude. And I love soy sauce. I love it. I put it on all my shit, on my rice. I love it. Excuse me. You turn over, it's like 50% of Gatorade's products. And excuse me, TJ, didn't mean to burp in your ear. I had to eat 3 meals before this, by the way, because I forgot to bring my food with me to the range. So I'd eat 3 meals in a row. So, but you turn over, it's like 50% of Gatorade. It's really in the ones that are like less sugar, no sugar, the high electrolyte one. Turn it over. There's modified food starch in Gatorade, which is just corn syrup. It's cornstarch, which is a derivative of corn syrup. What?
Yeah.
Why is there food starch in Gatorade?
Well, we're having an issue at the moment because we get taxed on the amount of sugar that we have in our food.
Okay.
So a normal bottle of a high branded dark syrup drink with a red label, there are others available. A normal bottle of that costs twice as much as the diet, the caffeine free, the low sugar, the max.
Huh. Because it's okay. Well, so but that's got to be by design, right? Did you watch that little clip I did this week with Coach Tommy in it? Did you see that?
I didn't know. If it's been a short, they're messing people up with shorts.
It's not a short. I'm trying not to make shorts anymore because I read about that. It's just a short video. It's not a short. It's just a video.
Oh, okay.
But Coach Tommy's teaching me a lot about nutrition, and he was telling me about that. Okay, and basically after about 21, we're not supposed to have any dairy. We're not supposed to have any sugar, and we're supposed to avoid high acid foods. It's just not supposed to be in our body. Our body doesn't know what to do with it when we have it. Every now and then it's okay. If you want to have like a piece of cake at Christmas or, casserole at Christmas, that's fine. He's not saying that. But like eating a piece of cake once a week or something that has high amounts of sugar, drinking a bottle of Coke. I know a guy, well, God rest his soul, he's gone now. A former friend of mine. Dude, he would drink 12 Cokes a day. This is like 8 years ago, so no cocaine. He would just drink 8 Cokes a day. 12, like he would drink a Coke before he went to bed at night. He would down a Coke. He'd open up a fresh one, down the whole thing cold, fresh out of the fridge, and then go to sleep. Yeah. And then you wonder why I got kidney stones.
Well, I can't sleep unless I've had a cup of tea, a fag, and a piece of chocolate.
Okay. All right.
All three of those are stimulants.
They're all stimulants. Well, you can get decaf tea, and you don't have to smoke,
I do. People are alive because I smoke.
You know what I mean? But the chocolate, you can switch to dark chocolate.
It is dark chocolate.
That's the best way. That's the best way then. The only other down you can go is to pure cocoa, and I'm sure you don't want to do that. So
well, I've done 98% cocoa buttons.
That's about as dark as you can get. There's no sweetness to it. It's just kind of bitter. Yeah.
And it's very good for skin problems.
It's good for your kidneys. It helps with especially people that have bad dialysis. Yeah, it's really good. See, I do not drink much sugary drinks, and I love steak, but I do not think I need extra testosterone. So I'm a woman. Very true. Masculinity in a woman is not attractive. I agree with you. But
thanks.
Hey, you are feminine. You just don't like to pretend you're feminine. I do not drink
I've come across so many men that I have got more testosterone than them, and it's unbelievable.
We know why. All right? Dude, women like you existed during World War II. It's not like you're new. It's just now you're hard to find. Back in World War II, women like you were in the freaking factories building bombs. No shit. Remember, that picture? She's like this? That wasn't a lesbian. It's a lesbian picture now. That chick wasn't a lesbian. Okay? That picture was taken so that our troops could see a hot chick helping them fight the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's a part of the lesbian culture crap. Carol's here.
Hello, Carol.
Hello, Carol. What's going on? Let's see here. Please watch Dr. Ken Berry for great info. But I think I've heard of Ken Berry before, man. I'll check it out. Let me go here and save that real quick so that I have it. Save this. Copy link address, and then I'm gonna go put it in my chat so I have it for later. But no, I don't. And they like to do that with a lot of the stuff. We're getting so far off topic, but they like to do a lot of stuff. They like to claim that the rainbow. Rainbow's a perfect example. Do you guys know where the rainbow comes from? I mean, anyway, I tell you what. I'll give $100 gift card away to anyone that can tell me where the rainbow originates from. Anyone. I don't care who you are. Go for it.
Ireland, isn't it?
Huh?
Ireland.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Yes, it is. Because if you see a rainbow, it's the leprechauns.
It's the leprechauns with me pot of gold. No.
It is.
That is a good guess, though. But no, that is not right. Let's see here what we got. Dr. Barry promotes the proper human diet, eating beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Eating beef daily is not bad. He promotes it. I have been losing weight eating this way, plus intermittent fasting. Yes, if you go with the carnivore diet, you can lose weight. The problem with the carnivore diet is that when you have only carnivore, if you're losing weight, it's fine. When you go to start building weight, that's when it has an issue because you know things besides beef. And you're not wrong. Okay, I want to put that out right now, Eric. You're not wrong. I lost 98 pounds on a diet that's much like the carnivore diet. I was eating nothing but cheese and meat and very, very small amounts of vegetables. And I lost 98 pounds. But I couldn't put on any muscle because I wasn't having the right mixture. Let's see here. Lucky Charms cereal? No. And okay. Hey, Quentin, what? Uh-oh. Quentin's got an admirer. The original rainbow as the Bible. He's correct. It was God's sign as a promise he would not flood the earth again. Yes, Eric. Thank you. And now it means homos and crazy teachers. I wasn't joking about the $100 gift card, Eric. Shoot me your email, bro, and we'll do your address and I'll send you one. I'm not joking. All right. Dude, they took something that was holy, TJ, from Judeo-Christian values, and they did it on purpose. I mean, Hitler took the swastika, the original version of the swastika meant peace.
It did?
He took it, because it meant peace. He took it and turned it evil on purpose. There, in the book of Genesis. Yep. And they take stuff like that all the time, and they just warp it and they turn it into whatever it is that they want. They make something out of nothing. They talk about their feelings. I can talk about this shit forever, but you guys know where I'm going with this. I've done this 100 times already. But all I would say is that a woman like you, specifically a woman like you, the way that you were raised, the way that you were taught, you were just taught traditional values. And you had to step up. What year were you born?
69.
So you were born in 69. So you went through the hippie stages. You got to see the summer of Sam, or you lived through the summer of Sam. All right. You lived through the 70s, which was the most violent time.
I was born in 69.
You were 10 during the most violent time in the world's history since the Civil War. Okay. The 70s. The 70s was the most violent time. If you look at it per capita, more people were raped, murdered, molested, all of it during the 70s. And then the second most violent time was during the 90s. You lived through all of that. You watched the Reagan years, which is pretty cool. I would have liked to have been emotionally conscious and mature during the Reagan years and not a child, because I was born in the 80s, early 80s. Okay, I'm an 80s baby. But yeah, I mean, it's disturbing that if you were to get into a conversation with a feminist today, you know what they would call you. You know exactly what they would tell you. They'd call you a Nazi. They would call you what is it called? A grape apologist. They'd call you a grape apologist.
I have actually been called an Aryan before now.
Dude, that is just absolutely. Let's see here. I didn't hear about the gift card. I just wanted to share what I knew about God's promise, including his promise of salvation if you accept Jesus as your Savior. That is correct. If I'm not mistaken, Eric, isn't he supposed to show it again, like right before the end? If I'm not mistaken, isn't the rainbow supposed to come like right before the end or something like that? It's been a while since I read it. I was born in '86. Quentin, yeah. And hey, Eric, Quentin, you and myself have all gone through dramatic weight loss, by the way. You guys are both doing really good. By the way, guys, I weighed in this morning. I had to weigh in this morning because I forgot to yesterday. I weighed in at 221.8 this morning. So I lost 6.2 pounds in a week. 6.2 in a week. And I was worried that was too much. So when I talked to Coach about it, he was like, no, you're just a badass.
Right, so say that again.
I lost 6.2 pounds.
No, how much do you weigh?
221.8.
221.8.
Oh, you're gonna do stones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'1.25".
Not bad. Not bad.
No. My goal weight. Well, you know what? I keep saying that. Coach keeps telling me not to think about goal weight because we're working on my look. All my weight's on my stomach. All right. And I started off back in October with about 80 pounds of fat. You know, the average human carries between the average normal human carries between 18 and 25 pounds of fat on them, something like that. You know, and I started with 80 pounds of fat, and I'm an athlete, so I carry the weight differently than most people, and you know, you just don't notice it. You know, you just kind of you put on a pound here, a pound there, whatever. But yeah. I'm just and when I started making the YouTube videos, TJ, was like right after I started training. I was training for about a month, and then and my the video. By the way, the video that's got me the most members is that video. What's it called? Don't give in to the weaker emotions, and it's not my most viewed video. It's not even close. It's like only half, you know, and it's gotten me like 115 members, that one video. So I thought that was pretty cool. But by the way, we were at 444 before I started the podcast. Did you guys see that?
Fabulous, yeah.
Yeah, 444. Damn, dude, that's a lot of weight in 1 week. Yes, it is, dude. Yeah, like I was worried. I saw the scale and I was like, and I sent Coach the pictures. Yeah, because we have to take pictures, front, back, and side, so he sees exactly, you know, where we're losing the fat at, so he can change our diet and change our workout routine. And I was like, Coach, is this healthy? And he's like, don't worry about it, man. You're just doing the right thing. And I was thinking 210 would be good, but I'll be at 210 in 2 weeks, 211, something like that, maybe 212. And I'm still going to have probably about 25 pounds of fat on me. So I'm probably going to have to get closer to like 195. Because, I mean, your muscle's climbing too, right? So you're getting muscle while you're losing weight. So it's probably going to even out around, I think me and Coach both kind of agree between 198 and 202. So, and then we can start bulking up because I want to be solid 210 is what I want to be. My fighting weight, I want to be 210. So the goal is to lose visceral fat over weight. Although losing the extra pounds is good. Yes, you have layers of fat. That's what he's talking about.
My goal is just to get back into my bike trousers. That's my goal.
I'm retracting from the topic. Sorry, you're not detracting from the topic. What are you talking about? Dude, there is no topic. This is my show. I'm literally the random guy. You know, we're about to watch videos, which we have to cut short because I wanted to be out of here in like an hour and a half.
We're going to have to cut short anyway. Well, we are. I am the royal we.
Yeah, you got to go to bed. You got to go to bed.
I'm normally in bed by now, but I hung around for you. Look at that.
Thank you. You're very special to me too. All right. I'm not giving you a virtual hug, you female of the human species. Now go to sleep.
I'm going. Right? Good night, everybody in the chat, and thank you for being here.
Take care, okay? Talk to you later.
Good night.
All right. So, are you a competitive fighter or boxer? I'm a fighter. Mixed martial arts, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, MMA. I've trained in probably a dozen different forms. I train with a boxer, but I've never considered myself to be a boxer. I did train with one, two actually. But I mainly specialize when I teach people to fight. I don't like to tell them I'm going to teach them to fight. I like to tell them I'm going to teach you how to defend yourself. And I'm not like the world's greatest fighter or anything. Not even close. There is no such thing. I mean, I would even venture to say that almost anyone could be anywhere on any day, given the circumstances in the area. But what I am good at is I'm teaching people how to be situationally aware, and I teach people how to survive, and I teach people how to deal with real life situations. I actually train them how to deal with the human body and weight distribution, and how to take on multiple opponents, which is almost impossible to win. The world is not a John Wick movie. Okay. One dude can't go into a room of 30 people, not even Bruce Lee, and beat them all. You're going to die. Okay. You're going to die. It's real simple. But I can teach you a way to possibly survive. I have a saying, even the most prepared person in a random encounter, like some dude on the street that's crazy with a knife trying to stab you, even the most prepared person only has like an extra 15% chance of surviving versus someone that's not trained. Maybe 20, depending on how good they are. But it's better than not having it, you know? Kind of like wearing a flak vest or a vest, right? Oh, sorry. You're very nice, TJ. Yes, she is. All right, TJ. Don't forget to subscribe. Yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I got to check that out. I have to check that out. Let me click on that real quick while I've got you having that up. Let me click on that. There we go. Okay, it's up. Perfect. I am subscribed. Just her being angry driving a car. I didn't know. So what am I saying regarding diet and more is different for you? Gotcha. Every person's different. Dude, if you got something that works for you, use it. I mean, dude, I lost 98 pounds in like 8 months doing Atkins, which is pretty much almost a carnivore diet. You know, it kind of is. You just don't have any carbs and you're basically eating nothing but fats and proteins. I ate bacon, just like you're saying, eggs, you know, but like think about it like this though. On the Atkins diet, I was looking to get 75 grams of protein a day, maybe 85, right? On the diet that I'm on now, I'm like 175 to 200 grams of protein a day. All right, but I only have 1,900 calories. On the Atkins diet, dude, depending on the day, I don't know how many calories I'd have, but it wouldn't be a lot because you're eating all meat. You know, the cheese would have the calories in it, or the butter that you put on your vegetables. You know, the dairy, the milk that you drink, that you put in your coffee, that's where the calories came from. And you could have 4 carbs at the end of the day before you went to bed, but it couldn't be anything too crazy. So, but again, I was what was called skinny fat. I was only 2 pounds lighter than I am right now. I got down to 219 on Atkins. So I'm at 221 right now. So I don't know. I'm very excited. I'm not stopping. Never stopping. But dude, when I get down to 195, I'll tell you, because that's probably where I'm going, between 195 and 200. That's probably what it's going to be, man. And I mean, dude, I eat nothing. I cook all my meals. I eat the same thing every day. 4 of my meals are shakes. And I eat 20 eggs a day. It's 19 egg whites, 1 whole egg. Salmon. I eat a lot of asparagus and a lot of cucumbers. So it just depends, man. It depends on what your body is. But you have to, for me to give you a diagnosis from what I'm learning, you know, I would have to, talk to you, see how strong you are, see what kind of shape you're in, how tall you are, how much fat content you have. Dude, I weigh everything I eat, Eric. Everything I eat, dude. I weight like 4 ounces of this, 3 ounces of this, 5 ounces of this. No shit. I have like one of those really cool food scales that like tells you 0.00 instead of just point. Yeah. Let's see here. Everyone needs to find what works for them. Nothing works. Exactly. Yeah. Diets are not good in my opinion because you will need to stick to the plan you do for the rest of your life, and diets are not sustainable. Yeah, she's correct. So like, for instance, I'm doing what's right now is called a burn. So I'm burning off my fat. So after I'm done doing that, I have to change the diet. And my diet has to constantly change. Okay. So the diet, I don't mean diet as in losing weight. My diet is literally the food that I'm eating. It's not about losing weight. It's about eating the right kind of food. And then when I get to a certain point, I can have other food again. Like I can't have rice right now. But at a certain point, I'll be eating rice again. It'll happen. And she's not wrong. You can't just eat meat and cheese and vegetables for the rest of your life. I found that out the hard way. Okay. And it's not good for you. Your body will react to it in a certain way because it needs certain things to survive. It has to have them. So she's not wrong. She's 100% correct. Asparagus. That's just me. You know, it's growing on me. I've been eating it for 30 days, 31 days now. I eat it with different spices, you know, different things. It's growing on me. You know, I'm not promoting a diet, just changing the way you eat. Yeah, and what you eat. Yeah. Like, for instance, Donut, there is no reason for people to drink milk after 21. There's no reason for people to have incredibly large amounts of sugar. And I mean more than like 2 grams a day. You know, salt's another one. Like, we eat so much salt in our food. It sort of attributes to heart disease and high blood pressure. You know, I eat maybe a pinch of salt a day. Maybe. Because I put it over a lot of different food and I mix it with a bunch of stuff. But it's literally just a pinch. But there are people that eat like tablespoons a day of salt. I used to lift weights and jog prior to my heart problems. I was stacked, as girls would tell me. That's pretty cool, man. If anyone wants to check out my channel and subscribe, please do. Yeah, go to Air Channel, check it out. But yeah, guys, look, I want to show you guys a couple videos. I'm gonna X-nay this one. That was just stupid stuff. I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff because I got to get out of here. Let's do this. There was a couple really good ones. This one, okay. This one broke my heart. All right, it really did. I didn't like this, and I want you guys to pay attention to this because a lot of men go through this, and no one cares. So listen up.
I can't come home to a 4-course meal. What we married for? What we married for?
I'm not your mama. I'm your wife.
I just pulled a 13-hour shift. I just knew I was gonna come home and have some food on the goddamn stove.
Dude, let me pause it for a second. Can you hear his voice, man? Dude, he's broken. Like, there is nothing this guy did. Look at what she's doing. She's handing him a half-eaten piece of pizza. Hey, want to bite of my pizza? This ungrateful bitch does nothing all day, and she's eating. He paid for that pizza too. She can't even save him a piece of pizza.
You playing, man? You've been doing it for like 2 or 3 months, man. What is it? You don't pay no goddamn bill. I pay the car notes, the house notes, family trips. I pay for.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what she's supposed to do.
Man, you know what?
Ride and protect. That's what you're supposed to do.
Why I can't get no food in the house then? Huh?
That's just messed up, man. You know what? Can you imagine how many men go through that? Can you imagine how many men have to sit through that? Alex Barresa talks about the myths concerning salt and nitrates. I don't know what the myths are. I just know that it contributes to heart disease and high blood pressure. But remember, everything's in regulation. You know, if you're eating a tablespoon of salt a day, bro, you're probably not doing very well. I eat penguins and ride killer whales to stay healthy. Well, Tree Goblin, welcome. Us killer whale riders. We gotta stick together, man. Fist bump. Welcome, Tree Goblin. Sounds yummy, Tree Goblin. Yes, we can hear. Hello, Tree Goblin. Disrespectful of her. It's just messed up, man. Like, dude, it's your body language, you know? Yeah, man. You can hear it in his voice. She's being a complete twat waffle to him. She's probably messing her. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, dude. Give her attitude. She didn't even care. And you know what? He's blinded by the love that he had for her, right? So he doesn't even see it. All right. Yeah. All right. I don't want to do all negative ones. You know, I like to bring you guys, you know, very, very uplifting stuff. So check this out. You're going to love this. I loved this. And I think you guys are going to remember this for a very long time. So enjoy.
This is the moment that Heather Dorniden brutally slammed into the ground on the last lap of a 600-meter race. She was overtaking from second place when the other runner's foot tripped her.
It looked like Vaughn just clipped her heel and she went down,
completely devastating her chances of winning. Heather had been the favorite to win, but there were only 200 meters left of the race, so it was up to her teammate to bring it home. Heather's teammate used the clash as an opportunity to pull out from last place to the front of the pack, and it looked like she might just be able to get the win.
Hold that
That's
down.
when something absolutely remarkable happened. Heather got up and started chasing down the pack.
Dorgan is flying down the back.
You don't believe in adrenaline.
She is going to catch Von Dor, and she may catch the leader. Wow.
She's got fun.
This is a gutsy effort by Dorgan. Can she pull it off? She's moving to third. Dorgan coming down the stretch from the outside. Dorgan coming out strong. Dorgan all the way. Dorgan.
That's so awesome.
This is the moment.
All the other girls were like, ah, can you imagine the girl that tripped her though? Accidentally. Of course. All right. Yeah. Accidentally. I've met worse than her. No. Hey, you know what? I mean, at least she wasn't hitting him, right? Did I guys ever tell you the story about, I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to shame him like that, but he was a buddy of mine in the Corps, right? And he was married to this just evil woman, man. She was always calling the MPs on him, and they had a kid together. We went on CAX, and she had sharpened her nails to like a point, filed them to a point. She waited on him to walk to the door. CAX is 37 days long. Look up what CAX is. Marines CAX. And she cut him so deep we could see his teeth. She waited for him to walk past, and she went like this when he walked in the door. They arrested her. Threw her ass in fucking jail. I hope she's still sitting there rotten. Assault discussion with facts. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. And remember, you got to listen to some of the stuff Coach Tommy says, dude. Coach Tommy's been doing this shit for a while too, you know? And he's telling me all this stuff about nutrition, about salt, about everything, dude. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I know. That is amazing. Yep. I know, right? It's like it gets y'all going and everything. You're like, that's adrenaline, baby. Dude, I'll tell you guys a story about me in assault climbers one day. That stuff's gonna blow you away. What's this? What is that, Eric? You didn't tell me what it was. The holy heck. I don't want to click on it yet. I'll go back and click on it. I know all about abuse. I'm sorry you know that. You know, I've dealt with it too, with, you know, relationships, and it's never good. You know, you always feel like you did something wrong, like something you missed. What'd I do? Why? And there's never a good answer, you know? And the sad thing is you're always looking at the person that's doing the abuse, whether it be verbal, mental, or physical. You're always looking at them to give you an answer. It's the strange shit, man. Does not matter if it is a woman or man. It's always bad. Yeah. It was another assault discussion video. Sorry. No, it's all good, dude. No. Hey, it's all good. All right. I'm going to check it out. I like I said, and I'll talk to dude. Coach Tommy's a 15. Go check out that video I made. The one with Coach Tommy where he's trying to rip the Duralast apart. It's one of my brand new videos. All right. You see him. You'll see who Coach Tommy is. He's been doing this for 35 years. All right. Is it 35 years? Yeah, 35 years. Or he's been working out since he was, I think he said 13. But he's been training people, I think, since he was in his 30s. So, yeah, he's a 15-time champion on the bench press. Without a workout shirt, he benched over 700 pounds. The guy's workout shirts, the world record's like 1,200. He did 700 pounds without a workout shirt, and the workout shirt adds like 550 pounds to your bench or something ridiculous like that. My email is ericandboy.com if you want to contact me. Dude, go to my go to my last live right now. Go through my last live because I didn't put it in this one. And go to the description tab. I always put my email in there. Shoot me an email while we're doing this, and that way I can just email you when we're done. Okay? Instead of having to wait till the podcast is over, then I'll just do it as soon as we're done. I'm happy to still be here and alive. Grace us with the presence. Just woke up. Good morning from Asia. Oh, cool. Yeah. Welcome. We have a new member over here. And let's see here. I am. Yes, it was. Is what I like the most. Oh. But the concept of abuse is something we've never talked about on my channel. But you know, and I like to share this with everybody, and I tell this to people all the time, but no one ever does it. Well, some people do. You know, some people reach out to me, But look, if you need someone to talk to, you know, my email is always open. And, you know, hopefully I never get too big to be able to respond to all my emails. But look, guys, you know, sometimes you just need someone to talk to. You know, one of the worst times of my life, a stranger helped me. Like I was going through the worst moment I could possibly imagine. Heartbroken, dog dead, like country song crap, you know? And perfect stranger helped me. And I just pulled him to the side and asked him a question. It was so weird. And he just was like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wow, dude. You just touched my soul, man. Yeah. Donut walk me on. Yeah. Mignon, hello. I'm late, but I will watch it again. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That is so cool. That's funny. And we have, LA Warriors. Oh, LA Warriors, what's up? Oh my God, everybody's. Oh, we missed Joseph. I'm always sad with Joseph because he's always here. You know who we haven't seen in a while though is oh my God, I always want to call him Pump Numerug, but the guy that has the cat as the picture. He was one of our first ones that came on with this. Oh my God, what is his name, Eric? He's always on with this, dude. Okay, Eric, take care, brother. You take good, man. I'll talk to you later. All right, brother. If you don't email me, I'll just come back in the chat and I'll find that email, man. For real. I wasn't joking. I'm gonna send the $100 gift card. But is it? Oh my God, my brain is farting right now. It's been a long day. I'm sorry, but he's one of our very good members. But I miss all of them. You know, when I'm gone because we sit and have such great conversations. All right, so let's see here. I want to do a few more of these. Is this the one that was really cool? Yeah. All right. So, when you hear the stories about, you know, white on black crime and all that, all right, look, it happens. Okay. But imagine if you're a cop for a second and you do everything right. All right. And this happens to you. Check this out. It's pretty wild. There's no reason. Like, no reason.
You can stay in your car. You can stay in the car, man. You can have a seat. What? Have a seat. So I'm stopping you for going 50 miles an hour to 25. What are you talking about? I think you're messing with me. Sit down. Sit down. He's trying to grab my gun. He's trying to grab my gun. Get off my gun.
We need to start giving black people classes on what to do and what not to do when you get pulled over. Call it
Okay, he was high. I don't know what he was on, but he was on something crazy.
Economics.
What?
Economics. I hear this argument a lot. Why does so many black people get shot by the police unarmed? These black people are ambitious when it comes to crime. Not black people, just call them what they are, man. That's what they call each other. You crazy as hell. So let's say when they go arrest a white guy that just did something horrible and the cops take him in, they don't kill him because he, what's the word? Because he's white. He surrenders. He puts his gun down. They always compare apples to oranges. If you surrender, the cops won't shoot you. It has nothing to do with your race.
Yeah, I mean, but can you imagine being that poor cop? Think about that poor cop. All he did was pull him over for a speeding ticket. He wouldn't go to jail. He'd get a heck of a fine. 25 or 50, was he going 55 and a 35, was it? You're going to get a pretty big fine, or a 25. He was going 55 and a 25. I think you have to be going 40 miles an hour the speed limit for it to be an actual arrestable offense. But why? Like, okay, obviously the guy was on something. It was probably something that was like mind altering, you know? I mean, who would do that? Okay, you got to see this one. All right. These are the teachers that are taking care of our children. All right? Yeah.
I have a master's degree because when I got certified, I was told I had to have a master's degree to be an Arizona certified teacher. Are we allowing the parents to choose the curriculum and the books that our children are going to read? The purpose of public education is not to teach only what parents want their children to be taught. It is to teach them what society.
She's advocating for the gender queer book. For those of you that don't know what the gender queer book is, okay, the gender queer book is the book that has full-blown fellatio and anal sex in it. And it's in children's schools. Illustrated.
Society needs them to be taught.
There's more than 100 years of Supreme Court precedent telling us that we have the distinct privilege and responsibility of directing the health, education, and upbringing of our children. You don't have that responsibility. Regardless of what you think about the importance of public education, the power ultimately lies in the hands of the parents who not only pay for what you do in the classroom, but whose children you instruct during a finite period of the day. If we're going to talk about responsibility and ownership, maybe you should take a look at our nation's math and English scores.
Yeah. And remember, her argument basically is this. We're a teacher that has an education. So therefore, I should be able to teach your children whatever I want. And if you don't agree with my decision to teach your children whatever I want, therefore, you are blocking them from having a good education. Okay, am I the only one? Am I the only person that thinks that certain people just shouldn't breed? I mean, okay, I'm being a dick. I know. But man, come on. Like, there should be a law. All right? If you think child pornography is okay, you shouldn't be allowed to breed. Stop the bloodline. Hashtag blow up the sun. Hashtag blow up the sun. That's just, yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah, because it's just, yeah. We got some good humanity ones. All right. Oh, okay. For the person that's going to watch this, that understands this, I've told this to this person several times. I found a video of it. Pay close attention, because apparently a lot of men do not know about the sidewalk rule. Now, before we watch this video, okay, men are supposed to be chivalrous. We are supposed to be incredibly diligent about this. We're supposed to protect our female. The sidewalk rule. It's basic.
Young lady, the fact that that's your reaction denotes to me that a lot of young men don't know the sidewalk rule anymore, and that saddens me, so we're going to try and fix that right now. Gentlemen, the sidewalk rule. When you are walking down the sidewalk with a lady, not just your lady, but a lady, you walk on the outside part of the sidewalk. Why? So that if a car hops curb, you can push her out of the way. If a car hits a puddle, you get splashed instead of her. If it's a sidewalk where you got traffic coming both ways and you can only be one abroad, you walk in front, she walks behind you. Why? So that if anything stupid happens up here, you can deal with it like a chunky hunky monkey of chivalry that you are, and she has time to get the hell out, or you can redirect both of y'all in whatever direction you need to go. That's the sidewalk rule, gentlemen. Ain't that hard. I don't know how that got out of fashion. That's just what my mama told me. My mama will be the first to tell you. She does not walk on the outside of the sidewalk. She does not get her own door, and it is not uncommon. The only time I've ever talked back to my mother is when she tries to open her own car door, and I go, hey! I close her door and reopen it and say, nah, get in, mama. What's wrong with you? Just saying.
Just saying. Hey! What you doing over there? Man, I want to be home. No. All right. Yeah, this one was not surprising, not even a little bit, but, peaceful protesting and everything. But remember, the Antifa, they stand for anti-fascists. Transphobic.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you again for being here tonight. It's my honor to introduce Michael Knowles.
Oh, thank you so much. Little different inside here than it is outside in that hall, huh? Looks a lot better, smells a lot better. This is a wonderful place to be.
So they're just standing outside, and this has been going on for years. Those of you that haven't watched the Jordan Peterson videos or the Ben Shapiro videos or the Matt Walsh videos, they always find out when they're coming. They always find out where they're going, and they just stand outside. Or they'll come inside and be in the crowd and interrupt the speech, but they're anti-fascists. Maybe maybe they don't know what the word fascism means. You know, I'm just saying, it's possible. Yeah, just crazy behavior, right? Yeah, no, they're psychopaths, donut. They're crazy people. All right, guys, let's do a couple more and I'm getting out of here. Oh, this is good. This is from what is this? Sanford and Son. Okay, for those of you that don't know what Sanford and Son, it's even before my time, but the reruns were actually on when I was a kid. Listen to this real quick. This was 50 years ago. Yeah, probably 50 years ago.
Alice, can you cook like this?
Oh, no. Oh, I never learned to cook like mother.
In other words, if a man's gonna be around you, he'd have to learn how to eat them TV dinners, huh?
Cooking isn't everything, Fred. If a man really loved Alice, he wouldn't care if she could cook or not.
That's right, Pop. Young people don't care nothing about food. Love is more important.
Yeah, well, I give a marriage like that 1 month. Why? Because that's about enough time to spend and get fed up on eating TV dinners and eating pork and being in love. And I'll tell you another reason why it won't work.
We'll talk about that some other time.
Now I want to talk about it now. See,
Fred,
another reason
Fred,
why...
I said we'll talk about that some other time.
You don't tell me what I can talk about. You don't tell me what I can talk about in my own house.
Now, they took a national poll. This was a national poll. All right. I don't know what a lot of things are. They do not know what. Yeah, sure. Whether or not a man would want a woman to be able to perform well sexually or know how to cook. 90% of the men said cook. I'm just saying. All right. Like, you can teach a woman in the bedroom, but if she doesn't know how to cook, how's she going to make food for your kids? You know, or for you when you come home from work, if it's a traditional relationship. I mean, if she's a boss bee, I guess you're ruined from the beginning. But what do I know? I'm just a sexist, right? I'm a sexist, white supremacist, toxic male that only wants to look good because I'm fat phobic. And I also hate all trans people. And because I care about my health, that makes me a fascist. Yeah. Cooking is not that hard. I do not understand the people that is not cooking, no matter the gender. I've been cooking since I was 8. I understand you completely. I'm actually quite a good cook. I always, you know what I like to do? I used to tell people I cooked, right? Short story. Then we're going to do one more video, then we're out. So I used to always, unfortunately, I was quite a bragger when I was younger. And I used to brag about cooking all the time. And slowly but surely I realized the more I bragged about it, the more people didn't want me to cook. So I stopped. Stop talking about it altogether. Matter of fact, I'll go a whole conversation without even mentioning that I cook. A buddy of mine, they're having a cookout, right? And none of the group, and I'm never going to tell them. I'm not going to tell any of them that I cook. They're really good guys, but they're all going to be cooking on the grills and everything. And I'm going to sit back, I'm going to watch, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy other people's food. But man, I have made some amazing food. I still to this day guarantee you that I can make pork ribs better than anyone you know, or beef ribs, whichever one you like. And I make the best Alfredo sauce you will ever eat. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been cooking Italian food. I make a white chicken manicotti with spinach and mushrooms with the white sauce on top. Is perfect. It is the most delicious, absolutely horrible food for you. But it tastes so good, it'll make you spank your grandma. I can make a pot roast that melts as you take your fork down it. No, I'm not. It just separates. Yeah, I'm that good of a cook. But like I said, I don't tell anyone anymore. I just sit back and let people cook. People get insulted whenever you do certain things. That took me a long time to figure out. You go inside someone's house, don't tell them you cook. Don't. You good at a video game? You don't tell them you're good at that video game. Why is it horrible? No food is horrible in small amounts. Like one bite, right? Like make the most exquisite chicken manicotti, white sauce manicotti, because it's so fattening. I mean, the Alfredo sauce alone has enough fat and cholesterol and salt in it and butter in it to like destroy you. But then you got the pasta. Oh, but it's so good, donut. Oh my God. It is okay. Besides my chicken masala, which I make a good chicken masala too. And I make a great red sauce, and I make a really good Italian meatball. And my lasagna is just, oh, dude, I make a 6 cheese, 3 meat lasagna. Oh God, it's so good. But my manicotti, man, it's like out of this world. My Alfredo's out of this world. All right, so one more, guys, and then we are done. All right, so okay, I found this one to be kind of karma. I did end up laughing at it, but it's totally fucked up. Listen to this. This is messed up. Watch your body language change. Just watch. This is on A&E.
She had no clue that we had her cell phone records, that we had subpoenaed the bank. So we wanted to confront her with everything that we had learned and break apart her lie.
Have you ever had to sign her name to a check to deposit her?
No. Do you recall how much the cashier's check was for?
I think 30-something thousand, 33, 34.
And she or you deposited that?
I deposited that. I actually deposited all of the checks for her.
She's starting to realize that we've gotten her bank records, and she starts squirming around a little bit more, crossing her hands into her legs, and that's an indication that she's uncomfortable and not really liking that line of questioning.
So here, let's go here. Watch this. I think it told me in the description, was it? A suspect such a squirm, and investigators confront her with the bank records and cell phone records in this clip interrogating the raw. And I can't remember if she killed this lady or if she kidnapped her or something, but she was depositing all of the lady's checks into her bank account. And then her body language just goes all like, eh. But she ended up getting caught, all right, and going to jail. So, yeah. Yay. All right, guys. So, final thoughts. Anything? Let's see if there's any other one. Seeing as how we have just a little bit of time left. Well, I guess I say Sarah the Silent. What did I play this one? This one's cool. Okay, we'll end on a positive note. So, before we get to the clip, we're going to pull this up. Let's just call it "He Saved His Life." So, guys, this week's going to be kind of weird for me. It's going to be busy. I basically hit the ground running tomorrow at 4 a.m. We got a lot of checks to pick up and stuff. So, bear with me, guys. Remember, I told you this is my busy season. You guys have been giving me a lot of support. You've been sending me the subscribers, and you're obviously sharing my videos because my videos are getting out to people. And I want to thank you. It felt so good to see all the messages when I came on tonight. And go check out my new videos. I dropped a couple new videos. Go watch them, please, and enjoy them. There's a giant Ferris wheel inside of a building. I don't know if any of you guys ever knew that happened, but we have the largest Ferris wheel in Texas, or one of the largest Ferris wheels in Texas, right outside of this building. And then we have, I believe it's the largest indoor Ferris wheel in Texas inside, and that's in the Colony. That's Shields, by the way. And if you guys ever get a chance, if you're in the Colony, Texas, go check it out. It's a city about 45 minutes away from me. And it's pretty cool. It's good stuff. Basically, it's for men and women. Go in there and both of you can have fun. So, you know what I like to do, guys? Just please be safe. Do good things. If you believe in a higher power, believe in it. Pray to God. If you pray to God, be wise, and treat each other like humans. Be nice. And learn from this guy.
Belt salesman will save a man's life in the middle of the video, and yet at first the situation was tense. He had to sell someone some belt, and the man in the video was eating at the restaurant with his partner and was not really interested, and made it clear to him in a rather virulent way and even mean way. The poor salesman then got to sit in front of a pillar, and time passes, and a few minutes later the man chokes on a piece of food. His wife gets up, she tries to help him, but no avail. The piece is stuck in his throat, and the situation becomes really dangerous. And in that moment, the salesman listens to them and no longer listens to his fears and comes to help them. It's a first aid gesture, but it doesn't work. More force is needed. And what's incredible is that he even takes one of his belts to try again. And that's precisely what gave him more strength, and after a few seconds, the man finally spits out the piece. Safe and sound, the man sits down again, and a few seconds later, both start crying. The salesman literally saved his life, and the most beautiful thing about the story is that he even buys all his belts for him. This
and in these countries, man, that we go to, please, those of you that take my advice and travel outside the country and go to these third world countries, you have to understand something. If he sells one belt, he buys himself lunch. If he sells 2 belts, he can buy himself dinner. If he sells 5 belts, he buys his family lunch and dinner. All right? That's all he can do. They probably couldn't afford to send him to school. They couldn't afford to send him to university or something. And without a university, these jobs, they can't work. He's just sitting there on that pole all day long. And he sees some rich guy. Those belts aren't very good. That's not the point. He probably loved the fact that he found those belts, so I can sell these, I can make money. And this guy, just being a typical, I don't know if he's an American, but he's a typical Westerner, doesn't have any time for it. And this guy comes over out of the kindness of his heart and saves his life. And then both of them at the end, when they finally realize that life is so fleeting, it's gone in a second, guys. 1 second, you're driving on the road. The next second, you are red freaking mist splattered all over the concrete. And all that's left is what you had before you, because it's all gone. You can't take it with you, guys. Everything in here, all the awesome stuff that I've acquired all my life, it's meaningless if you don't have love, if you don't have someone that loves you. When I come home, my dogs bark, yeah, it annoys me. They're like, rah, 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 but they miss me so much. When I see my girl and she misses me, it means so much. So, lots of love, guys. Peace be with you always. I really do hope you guys do amazing things with yourselves. I hope you guys are just, having the warm. Let's get these messages out too. But, help each other if you can. And remember to pay it forward. Scary woman. Yeah. He was lucky he was there. Yes, he was. Yeah, very scary woman. But it's always a pleasure, guys. Always. I think here very soon, especially if things kind of go a certain way, the broadcasts are going to change. I'm going to have a little bit more money. I'll be able to spend a little bit more, maybe get a producer, maybe have someone edit my videos so I'm not just a scrub all the time. But you guys are great. Okay? Please take care. God bless.